What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex and you're watching The Road to Beast Wars. This is just a web series where we're talking about the production of Transformers Rise of the Beast. This is episode number 53. And in this episode, I want to talk about some official photos of the Studio Series. Okay, we got some Studio Series toys to talk about. And I want to talk about these exciting official photos of the actual products. Okay, we're going to start off with Bumblebee. Bumblebee's number 100. He's a deluxe class, and this is his off-road form. And here's the packaging from. So they're going with the environmentally friendly packaging with the, without a window box, without the plastic, just very minimal plastic, if at all. But what's most interesting is that we get to see his background. Okay, the background. Every Studio Series will come with the background stand. And what's very interesting is that, this is the off-road Bumblebee, which we see in the teaser trailer that is rolling out in Peru, on the fields of Peru with Cheetor. Okay, now the background for the stand is supposed to represent where a scene that he's in the movie. And what we see here is not a city scene, not New York. It's actually, it looks like some I don't want to say a barren wasteland, but it looks like this could be near a volcano, because look at it, the ground is kind of bright. It looks like it's near lava. So that's a hint as to what could happen next in the film, or what could happen in the movie. So looks like they're going to be fighting in some volcanic area, just as the teaser trailer has suggested. Okay, so that's really interesting. Moving on, let's take a look at who's next. We got Cheetor. Check out Cheetor in his box. We got the Cheetah, the robotic Cheetah, his beast mode on the front, and then of course we have him in robot mode inside the box. Now let's check out his backdrop. So check him out. He's got his weapon, his a double-bladed spear, and what's really interesting is his backdrop is the jungles of Peru. Okay, so or Brazil, or wherever this is. Oh yeah, they were filming in Peru. Okay, so anyways, this is in the jungles of South America. So it really just from seeing this, looking at this. This tells me something. This tells me that, of course, like every film has 3 acts to it. Okay, we got the New York. First act is New York. Second act is meeting the beasts, the Maximals rather. That takes place in Peru. And the final act is, of course, the epic battle. And if you know final acts in Transformers films, they take up a huge chunk of time. Some final battles last as long as 40 minutes, 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So the final act of the film, that's going to be like the final battle. Okay, but I believe that this is the second act of the film where they actually meet the Maximals in Peru. Okay, so there you have it. Moving on, let's take a look at another character's background scene. So we got number 97. This is Airrazor. She's a deluxe, and look at the Falcon. I love the Falcon artwork for Aries on the front of the box. She's number 97. And once again, we got the jungles of South America as the backdrop, just like for Cheetor. So, like I said before, they're going to be introduced in the jungles. The Autobots are going to meet the Maximals in Peru. That's the second act of the film, so they're not going to appear anywhere in the first act of the film. Okay, that's all Autobots. It's a nice little transition from the Autobots to the Maximals. Who knows what we're going to see in the next live action film? Maybe more Maximals, but in any case, they're finding a way to ease us into the introduction of the Maximals. I think it's great. I think it's great to see new characters and new elements. So we start off with familiar faces in the first act, and in the second act we get our world rocked, transformed rather, with Maximals. Okay, so there you have it. Let's take a look at Battle Trap. Battle Trap is a Voyager class, number 99. Cannot wait to get my hands on Voyager class Battle Trap. I mean, look at him. Look at this. So this, I believe, is near the end of the first act, okay? Or it might even be the whole second act of the film. But this is the battle at the museum. This is Battle Trap's one of Battle Trap's moments in the film where there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight between what I believe is going to be a Bumblebee. A Battle Trap is going to be there. Scourge is going to be there. Optimus Prime, I feel like he joins in at the very last moment. I think he just kind of shows up as like to witness the aftermath of what just happened. So, but I think Battle Trap does most of the damage in this museum. I mean, look at him. Look at his destructive force. This is definitely something, a lot of chaos and destruction caused by Battle Trap. Okay, so let's move on to talking about. Okay, here's a core class Transformer. This is RC, and I ended up pre-ordering her. I told myself that I wasn't gonna get any core class because they're just small and it's not a line that I'm interested in. But I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for it because I believe that we're not getting any other form or scale class of RC. I think this is it. I think core class is all we're getting for RC, which is a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to see her in deluxe class, but I guess they want all the scales to go in line with each other. So here is RC. Her moment, I believe, is the teaser moment. Her great moment is the teaser, what we saw in the teaser, because that's why her backdrop is the road. So she looks pretty good in the robot mode. I'm actually pretty happy with the way she looks. For a core class, it's very simple. It's nothing too special, nothing too complex, but they really, they gave us all we needed to see for RC. Still would have liked to see a deluxe class to give us more detail, but I'm sure this one will do just fine. Okay, so there you have it. Now, what I want to talk about next is we got some unofficial box art or unofficial images of Optimus Primal and Rhinox in the Transformers main line. This is the very first time of us seeing them in the packages. Okay, so let's first take a look at Optimus Prime. Did I say Optimus Primal? I meant to say Optimus Prime. I mean, yeah. So obviously this is not Studio Series, so they're not numbered. Okay, but this appears to be a Voyager class Optimus Prime. This is the packaging. Okay, we got Optimus Prime pointing at you, directly at you. But they got two lines, okay? So check this out. Optimus Prime in a truck mode. It's different from the definitely looks very different from Studio Series, okay? Obviously it's the same in the sense that it's still Optimus Prime in that flat nose truck. But you can tell right now this is very different from the Studio Series. Studio Series is a little bit more premium, if you will. There's more detail on him, and even like this in this image here, this photo, they did a bit of a side-by-side comparison, and you can see the glaring differences in the details. Okay, so and I'm not just talking about how they made changes to Optimus Prime because they always do. I'm just talking about the detailing of Studio Series versus mainline. There's definitely less detail on the Studio Series. On the main line, it looks like it's a little bit more simplified, but as a toy, as a robot mode, I think that it could be better in terms of its playability and the way he proportionally, as well as how you can pose him and how he is as a whole as a robot. But not too keen on the truck mode. Look at the truck mode. It's just all over the place. Could they not make a simple looking truck? Look at all that. Look at all the stuff in the back. It's just really, really busy. It doesn't work for me in the truck mode. I'm sorry. I've seen better truck modes for Optimus Prime in this version of himself. But the robot mode does work. Okay, the robot mode does look better. Okay, so we'll go with that. As for Rhinox, check him out. Okay, so look at the back of the box. So we got Rhinox in both the Rhino mode and robot mode. It looks like what they've done here is they have changed the face of Rhinox to be more movie accurate. As for the robot itself, it looks like a previous iteration of Rhinox in another Beast Wars toy line. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything super special, but we've seen Hasbro do this before many times. They're the king of retools, the king of repaints. They're doing it again with Rhinox, because I'm positive that I've seen Rhinox in this way, in this version, in this mold before, in a Beast Wars line. Okay, I'm not like a Beast Wars fan or anything, but I know the toys, and this looks like something they made before. It looks like they just changed his face to be a bit more movie accurate for this line. Okay, and well, looks like he's gonna have eyes and a mouth, not a faceplate and not a visor for his eyes. So at least we know that much. Okay. So yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting to see that we're getting two lines. But I'll tell you this right now, okay? Studio Series is mine. That's what I'm getting for myself. I'm going to continue with the Studio Series, and if I decide to get anything from the main line, these are ones that I'm going to be playing with a lot, okay? Like, this is something that, like if I had a kid, I would give this to my kids to play with, okay? But as for the Studio Series line, I'm going to be opening them up, playing with them, and this goes in the display case, okay? This doesn't go with the bin with the other Transformers where they're like on top of each other. This Studio Series goes in the display case, okay? And then, the main line, that could be like in the Rubbermaid container, with all the other Transformers, okay? That's the difference between the two, and you can tell based on the quality of, the whole look of it all, okay? Anyways, it's very interesting that we're getting two lines. We finally get to see the two different lines next to each other. We get the Studio Series line, the box art, which we're very familiar with. They're all numbered, and now we have the main line, which is the Transformers Rise of the Beast line, okay? That's all I got to say in this video. There's a lot more to talk about, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.